Comes back again.
I'm asking you for $200 and then you're gonna tell me that you don't got it.
That's that red pill.
It's only $200.
That's what you need.
I feel like $200 on that is pocket change.
Let's go in.
Back again.
Just another day, another dollar and a dime. Got me on the grind like I'm running out of time. Almost 39, but I'm still up.
Welcome back to the Anthony Spade channel. Before we get started, I want you to watch the entire video. If you like the video, I want you to press the like button at the end of the video, press the subscribe button if you haven't already, and hit that notifications button. All right, today we're going to be talking about why are women expectations for men so high and unrealistic? All right, now, before we get started, we're just going to discuss where a woman unrealistic expectations are coming from. All right, what a man has to understand is that women have thousands of guys that are promising them the world, regardless of what they look like. What's a bad girl to one guy is a good girl to another. What's ugly to one guy is attractive to another. All right? A man's attraction to his woman is based off of his confidence level. The less confidence he is, the more good-looking women are going to be dream girls. And then he's more likely to settle for the woman who's not as beautiful. All right? A lot of women that guys see day to day are just fantasy women because those guys don't see themselves ever being with them. But they see themselves being with the average girl that don't get attention. So for a woman, she has enough guys in her DM promising her money, promising her bills, promising her everything. And men are learning that with OnlyFans accounts, how quickly women went from Instagram to OnlyFans and started making a lot of money. It shows you that there's an alarming number of simps out there with money that are willing to give the world, to a woman. And women are banking on that. So what we're going to talk about is what exactly are these unrealistic expectations that a woman wants? Let's get started. For one, a woman wants a man to know everything, all right? This is why she's constantly challenging men psychologically. Women are under the impression that their sexuality has complete control over a man. But once you show that that may not be it, and you're not reacting the same way as betas, then she's gonna start challenging you psychologically. The difference is a man would think that the woman is just having a mood swing, but a woman actually does these things on purpose just to see how much she could get away with and how the man reacts to. She wants a man to react completely opposite of what she expects. So she's expecting him to know everything. He's expecting her to outsmart her while she's trying to outsmart him. In a way, that's sarcasm to her. So when you're able to be sarcastic with a woman, she thinks that you know a lot because you're able to stay a step ahead of her thinking. And that's what a woman is expected a man to do, is to know everything in life, even whenever she's trying to test him and he can spot it out. Next, she expects a man to be entertaining and not boring at all times. A woman wants a man that can make her smile, make her cry, and make her confused all at the same time. She wants to be entertained. A lot of guys bore a woman. And when women get bored, they have a tendency to create drama, to create aggravation. Creating drama and aggravation is their way of being entertained, because they could start it up just to keep their mind going because they're bored. But if a man gets too deep into the argument, a woman can always play victim and cause him to come back down. So the same drama that she stirs up to get you arguing, to get you fighting, she'll play victim to get you to calm back down so she doesn't look like the bad guy. And this is what women are expecting men to constantly do. Become entertaining and interesting so she doesn't have to resort in playing the mood swing game to satisfy herself. Next, women are expecting guys to be rich and have a lot of money. And the reason why she's expecting that is because the guys that are offering the money to her may have it, but they're not attractive. So what she does is she says, I have 1,000 guys that are chasing me. I know out of this 1,000, 100 of these guys got money that they can actually spend on me because I've actually tested them by having them put some money in the cash app for something. All right? They're going to test you to make sure that you're willing to spend the money. Once you're able and you're willing to spend the money, now she's going to test how much. But what she does is she looks at it like, all right, all these ugly guys that I'm not attracted to have the money, but I'm going to take and put their qualities into my dream guy. So out of this 1,000, there got to be one of them that's good looking, has the money, and very alpha. So she's going to hold out. And this is where you start seeing women 30, 35, 40 still single with no kids. It's because they're always holding out for that unrealistic expectation of a man being rich that's going to take care of her. Next, a woman is expecting a man to be alpha, tough, controlling, dominancy, but she wants to be able to control him. That's what she's expecting. She's expecting the best, toughest alpha guy in the world to be controlled. Prime example, look at Nicki Minaj. She went back and got her an alpha male that she can control. That's what women are doing now. They want the most craziest, the most alphaest guy that she can control. She wants you to be rich, good looking, tall, funny, entertaining. But when she snaps her fingers, she wants you to come. What women are not realizing is, in order for a guy to possess all of those traits, he places a lot of emphasis on being the best version of himself and not trying to be the best man for a woman. He's trying to be the best man for himself. So a lot of those bow down to her traits, it won't happen to him because he views himself as a king. The more knowledgeable, the more successful a man becomes, the more of a king he feels. So it's less servants that he's going to do towards a woman. And on top of that, your successful men come across the most sluttiest women faster. So they have a tendency to spot those type of girls out. That's why these girls go to their 35 and 40 years old with no man and no kids. It's because she's holding out for that guy, but that guy sees her as getting older as being a problem. So eventually she starts going crazy inside of this delusional world, and her unrealistic expectation keeps her single for the rest of her life. Next, final one. She's expecting the guy at the end of the day to become the guy that she wants him to be, regardless of what it is. All right? She's expecting you to change. Let's say you're the short guy with a lot of money that she's dating. She's gonna want you to grow into a tall guy, and she'll get mad if you don't grow into a tall guy. That's how delusional women are. You feel what I'm saying? Let's say you're a good looking guy and she's with you for the looks, but you ain't got the money. She's gonna be expecting you to get rich, because if she gotta go out there and support the situation, she gonna talk to you like you're a little kid. So whatever thing that she found that was on her checklist for a man that she wanted, if she attaches to a man because she likes him for that one reason, she's expecting that man to turn into all the other 20 reasons that she wanted for a man. And that's why everything with a woman becomes so unrealistic. In today's world, a woman, in my opinion, cannot even have standards when it comes to a good guy or a man that's on his purpose. She can only have standards whenever it comes to a beta, because most guys on their purpose have women that are throwing themselves at them that they don't need to adjust. The same way the woman who has unrealistic expectations has a lot of beta males to do what she wants, right? The only difference is men can take a submissive woman and put her underneath his wing. It's hard for a alpha woman to put a beta male underneath her wing without getting annoyed. An alpha male would be comfortable with a submissive woman because it allows him to keep leading and it allows her to be the sidekick. But it's not like that with a woman of alpha status with a beta guy. She's gonna constantly bully that beta male into trying to be an alpha, and their relationship is gonna be a bullied relationship because he cannot change into the guy that she wants to be. And this is why women have so many unrealistic expectations, but it has also been the downfall to them actually becoming a wife. And this is Anthony Spade. Hopefully you like the videos. All my videos come to my Patreon before here. Donate to the channel so I can buy some beats to keep the album going.
Let's go.
Subscribe. Hasta la vista.
Just another day, another dollar and a dime. Got me on the ground like I'm running out of time. Almost 39, but I'm still